pan, 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 Camden! Camden! Join us in prayer to the great God Pan. Oh, Pan! I am one.
And I am two.
Please lend us your ears while you enjoy your beers.
For we have a tale to tell of life on this boat under the great God Pan.
Gather round, come in. We have a tale to tell.
Gather round.
Come closer, come closer.
Come along. Get them going. Gather round.
We have a tale to tell.
Gather round. Come along.
Come
Get
in.
'em going.
Oh, you're very close. Come.
You silly one! The contract! The contract! How could you forget the contract?
Oh, I'm sorry to get rather excitable, you know.
Clause 1. Once on, never gone. You know we can never leave. How could you forget the contract we signed with the great God Pan? We were born to a landlubber mother, Mummy. But then we signed a contract. Well, you signed it.
I didn't know what I was signing to. I didn't know. I just wanted us to escape the rat race.
Go down and get some burn foot cream on.
All right. I'll get my foot cream.
Excuse
Cup
me,
of
mate.
tea?
Mate.
Hello. Tell this lot how we met.
Me and one and two are slaves here on this boat. We used to be free like you, to roam amongst the rats on the land. But then Pan found us, praying, crying, playing on the banks of the Thames next to the corpse of our poor deceased mother, Mummy. She had been killed by a mysterious flying object. Splat! Pan liked the look of us, and so, with the promise of new boater identities and a moderately warm winter, invited us on board. Well, one went on, I just followed him. One? He's always been the romantic kind, very excitable, especially after he's had some
Mushrooms! Is there anything as good, delectable even, as a cup of tea and some mushrooms?
Maybe telling everyone the story, one.
I thought the offer from Pan was brilliant. Life on the boat. Where's the quill? I said 1, 2, and we were on.
Oh, one.
In hindsight, I probably should have sought some legal advice. Because little did I know, we were signing a contract of slavery. Pan, our new master, and the boat, our floating prison.
Now, the contract has two important points.
Clause 1, once on, never gone. If we leave, we burn our feet.
And clause 2, we must feed Pan a humongous meal every 2 weeks.
The two things are, if you haven't been following, we can't get off, otherwise we burn our feet. And the second thing is we must feed Pan. But to life on this boat isn't just about feeding Pan.
It's not all that bad.
Part of the contract with Pan is that we can grow our own food on the boat. And you'll guess what we like to eat. Mushrooms! Mushrooms! Camden, please, let me draw your attention to this menu of mushrooms, this mushroom menu. This here pictures and names all the different types of mushrooms that we grow on board this boat.
Apart from the ones between your toes, one.
Thank you, too. You see, Tu and I, we don't like eating humongous meals. We're herbivorous. We like mushrooms.
One! Shh! Remember, Pan is allergic to mushrooms. Remember, Pan is allergic to mushrooms.
I don't know how anyone can be allergic to mushrooms. Mushrooms are my first friend. They're my best friend. Yeah. This is the boat Pan put to sea, and its name is Fair and Josephine. With 1 and 2 both bound by Pan, in Limehouse we began. Ha! Pan then pointed us out west, spoke of food and the rest. We went through the Limehouse lock, chug, 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 chug. Soon we must be Pan, so we can enact his plan. Every 2 weeks he must eat, for those are the rules. From Limehouse we have travelled slow, through locks and smoke where drunkards go. The God commands we must obey, we feed him food along the way. Victoria from Vicky Park, it got quite dark for Broadway Mark. Then the hags from Haggerson, au revoir, au revoir. Soon we must be Pan, so we can enact his plan. Every 2 weeks he must eat, for those are the rules. The angel was a tricky sort from Islington, where wars are fought. The king got cross in Old King's Cross, he tried to find what's lost. Now we are in Camden Town, Pan must peace or we will drown. This boat that we call our home, from where their souls have flown. Soon we must be Pan, so we can enact his plan. Every 2 weeks he must be, for those are the rules. Hey! Settle down. This is the tale we're going to tell. We're starting in Limehouse. This is the map. This gentleman is showing us the map. From Limehouse we travel west, up to Victoria Park, where we meet Victoria. Continuing on, we meet Broadway Mark in Broadway Market. West further, the Hags of Haggerston. Then Monsieur de Beauvoir in the Beauvoir Town. The Angel of Angel through the Islington Tunnel into the kingdom of the King's Cross.
Oh, very exciting! But let's start with Victoria from Vicky Park.
Victoria from Victoria Park. We hadn't been on the boat for long. We set sail up through the Limehouse lock gates, up the Mile End to Victoria Park. We tied ourselves up just after the Hertford Union Canal. I strongly advise you to stay away from the night creatures of the Hertford Union Canal. Summer had begun to trip into autumn. The bronze leaves delicately blew around the Chinese pagoda. The houses on the other side of the canal started to look warm and cozy. There was one particular house, a verdant green, with a garden path that wound its way down to the canal waterfront. That is where I first saw her beauty. Victoria from Victoria Park. Camden, I've been writing a poem about her. Perhaps you can help me finish it. Victoria lived on the other side of the canal. She made all the other girls seem so dull and banal, and gave me a look that said she wanted to try a little A up! Camden, a little A up! Oh, Victoria! Victoria, my beautiful land-dwelling neighbour. How are you?
I'm all right. Have you got any grub?
Grub? Yes, yes. A boat full of delicious foods, mushrooms and the like.
Woo! Well, bring it over here then.
Oh, fair Victoria, if I was to come to you, my heart would overspill. Oh!
Ah, shut up. You've got a boat. Come over here. Hey, have you got any fags?
Fags? Yes, 19 marigolds, as fair and blonde as your hair.
Woo! Well, here's one then.
Oh, fair Victoria, I'd give you all 19 and I'd give you my heart.
Well, I'm coming over.
Okay, Victoria, well, as you delicately dance your way over the bridge to the other side of the canal, allow me to recount another poem I've been composing for you. Victoria, Victoria, oh babe, I'm so sure it's ya. Victoria, Victoria, I wish there were four of ya. Victoria, Victoria, I'd never get bored of ya. Victoria, Victoria.
Is she coming?
She's coming. Yes! Victoria, darling, Victoria, come up here. Oh, wow. Victoria, you look, oh, Victoria, I didn't know we were dancing tonight. Oh, Victoria, oh, stop it, you, stop it. Oh, Victoria, oh, Victoria, Victoria, Victoria.
Không thì xin được dừng bước. Thì ra xe bài đầu đi không bỏ.
Victoria from Victoria Park, our first for the great god Pan. Things are going well, eh?
Looks like there's a space on the starboard side, one.
Starboard side, two, coming about.
Broadway Market, baby!
Broadway Market, baby!
We could only stay in one place for 2 weeks at a time.
And for our 2 weeks in Broadway Market, we had everything we could desire.
Broadway Mark strutted up and down Broadway Market. Strut! Down Broadway Market, Broadway Mark strutted. He wore the skinniest jeans and the teeniest, tiniest t-shirt that showed his ever-present nip-nips. He could often be heard and seen, delighting and frightening all passers-by with the one line he knew from the Les Miserables song, "One Day More."
One day more!
We told him we were putting on a show on the roof of our boat and invited him to audition. He was easy game.
Yeah! The days got colder, so we moved on from Broadway Market to Haggerston. The Three Hags of Haggerston are a musical band of witches. 1, 2, and 3.
We are the hags of Haggerston. We're very nice. Oh gosh, we're so lovely. I'm hag, we're hag, we are magic. Listen to our songs, we'll take over your brain.
The Hags of Haggerston had voices as harsh as the broomsticks they swept and flew on. Unfortunately, the band of witches could never decide which musical direction to go in, or as witches which direction to go in, or which witch was which. They were rather confused. One evening, as they were debating the lyrics of their latest proggy froggy electro-folk reggae song, they heard the racket we were making from inside the boat, mistaking the sounds to be funky music. They came over to investigate. They were easy game.
Yes! Our 2 weeks were up, and as we pushed on through the ice, as it froze over, we made our way to the Beauvoir town. Oh, Monsieur de Beauvoir was a gentleman, an aristocrat of the old money. He could often be seen walking up and down with a stale baguette as a walking stick and performing an elaborate mime routine outside the Tesco Express for the small change. One evening, Monsieur de Beauvoir came onto his balcony overlooking the canal to stargaze, and he smelt the smell of tobacco smoke coming from our boat, and Monsieur de Beauvoir like to coming down to investigate and find a new smoker friends, he knocked on. We invited him on board. It was easy game. Yes! We were approaching the edge of central London, and we were fulfilling our contract magnificently to our master, the great God Pan. Everyone we met was a potential meal for our god, and we were the perfect enslaved contractors. And we were growing a wonderful batch of a winter mushrooms.
Mushrooms for dinner too?
Go on, love.
Okay, before we have our dinner, let's check they've been paying attention.
Yes. Okay, let's go through the contract with you all. Ears out. Now, 2 weeks in Victoria Park. Tick. Tick. Again, tick. Tick. 2 weeks in Broadway Market. Tick. Tick. 2 weeks in Haggerston. Tick. Tick. 2 weeks in the Beauvoir House. Tick. Very good. Paddle nicely fed.
Tickety bum bum bum.
Let's go.
Delicious meal for us.
Let's get
But let's save some for later, otherwise we won't have much room for dinner. So, at this point in our story, you've met many, but there are some you have yet to meet.
The King of King's Cross.
The first, the Angel of Angels.
In days of yore, there have been many battles between the forces of good and evil. God versus Lucifer, George versus Dragon, Pepsi versus Coke. But few of these battles can contend of that between the Angel of Angels and Pan.
These two ancients have known each other since the canal was a mere dribble out of the mouth of an infant Poseidon, or Neptune, or whatever water god you believe in. Back then, Pan and Angel were friends.
They may even have been lovers, and what a handsome couple they would have made. Pan, all shiny and new, whilst the Angel had the most magnificent wings. They could often be seen dancing and prancing and even drinking in the overpriced bars of Islington.
But Pan grew envious of Angel, for whilst Pan, heavy as metal, was stuck to the earth, Angel could fly up high into the sky. Its huge, resplendent wings were very much the talk of the town. But this caused the sluice of Pan's jealousy to open, evil ways flooding the lock of his heart.
Pan hatched a plan.
A Pan plan.
A pan plan?
A Pan plan.
A plan plan.
A Pan.
A plan pan. He was going to cook a meal so delightful that the Angel would engorge, becoming fat, so he would never be able to fly again.
So that's what he did. Pan cooked up a meal. Angel smelled it. And then it engorged and ate and ate and ate until it grew larger and larger and larger, until its wings were merely stubby flaps. Stubby flaps as useless as the skin on an out-of-date logger.
But this wasn't enough for Pan. Oh no. Pan's envy for Angel was huge. He envied the way that Angel cherished the air, the light, freedom. So, in a final act of desperate jealousy, Angel was confined to the damp, dank darkness of the Islington Tunnel.
But before he was confined, Angel had the last word. Angel picked up Pan with all its strength. And threw it. Splat! Onto our mother's head.
Mummy! Which is where Pan found us. Or we found him. Or he found us.
But don't feel bad for Angel. Angel has managed to carve out a rather niche and lucrative career for itself in the Islington Tunnel. The Islington Tunnel! Up ahead!
Quick! Batten down the hatches! Get the candles and stick blooming kettle on
Roger
roll!
me Dodger!
As we went through the Islington Tunnel, it grew dark, damp and dark. So damp that a candle couldn't light. Then, suddenly, something appeared on the boat. Suddenly, something appeared on the boat. It looked like... What does it look like?
An angel!
Much happened in the tunnel. Far much too much to say. The tale of the tunnel. But that's a story for a different night. There was one funny moment when the angel said he wanted to fly again.
I wanna go!
But the tale of the tunnel, story for a different time. The most pertinent moment was when the angel suddenly turned around and said...
I am a qualified solicitor. I have come down onto this boat to give you some free legal advice of my pro bono. Allow me to inspect the contract that you signed with Pan. Classic Pan drafting. Clause 67. This contract shall be terminated upon the death of Pan by A, poisoning, or B, drowning.
But why would we want to terminate the contract with Pan? He's not all that bad, apart from the eternal slavery and, eating humongous meals. But Pan's all shiny and new and hard, and he's got a really firm handle on things.
I've already given you my pro bono, my free legal advice. I will only repeat it twice more times. This contract shall be null and void upon the death of Pan by I think it was poisoning and drowning. Poisoning or drowning.
And with that, the angel went up to his bureau in the tunnel to pluck together a new set of wings from the pigeons that were lying dead. And we were out of the tunnel. One. Did you see the angel?
The angel?
Yeah, I thought he was going to be all scary and what's that, but turns out he was actually a qualified solicitor.
I didn't see any angel. I was a bit busy in there,
He said that we can terminate our contract with Pan by poisoning or drowning.
Sorry, just to clarify. There's an angel in the Islington Tunnel.
Yep.
Who's a qualified solicitor.
Qualified solicitor.
And he said we can terminate the contract with Pan.
Poisoning or drowning.
That's very interesting too. But we're entering the King's Kingdom of King's Cross. So Camden, at this point in our story things are going well, I think. We're feeding Pan every 2 weeks. We're feeding ourselves delicious mushrooms, and we've stumbled upon some pro bono. The King of King's Cross was a majestic king. On his head he wore a crown. However, in recent weeks, the king had grown rather paranoid about certain electromagic waves The king believed that those hags of Haggiston, remember those witches from earlier, were sending them to infiltrate his brain. So the king wrapped tinfoil around his head, around his crown, below on his neck he wore a robe even, made of various bags for life. And on his feet he wore not boots, nor socks and sandals, but origami flip-flops made from last week's evening standard.
Oh, my daughter! My poor missing daughter! Boat! Boat! Stop! Before I search your vessel for any morsel of my poor missing daughter, I must first ask you to complete the 3 tasks of the King of King's Cross.
So at this point in our story, we'd arrived in King's Cross and completely forgotten about the king's 3 tasks.
For your first task, the king asks you to kiss his ring.
Sorry, Two, I didn't hear that.
That's okay. You must kiss the king's ring. His mourning ring.
Okay. Mourning ring. Alas, King, I can't reach your ring, your mooring ring.
Then you have failed the first task of the King of King's Cross. Cross. For your second task, the king asks you to find him a new throne.
A throne? Easy peasy lemon my squeezy. We've managed to accumulate various bomb vessels along our journey west. King, how is this chair for you?
Oh, I don't like it.
Okay. Any particular reason?
Bad for my back.
Okay, King. What about this chair?
Oh,
This is
no,
a
no, no,
beautiful
no,
chair.
no. Very
A
cheap.
throne for a king. Okay, King. Well, we happen to have found an actual throne for you, King. This must be appropriate.
Oh no, smells like sweaty cow flaps.
Okay, well, I'm sure an audience member would be willing to give up their chair for the king. No. Okay, King, alas! We have failed. We cannot find you a chair.
Then you have failed the second task of the King of King's Cross. Cross! For your third and final task, the king demands that you... Let me use your toilet. I've got rather weak bowels.
Did you say toilet? On this boat? It's completely full to the brim! There's no room even for the merest rabbit dropping.
Then you have failed the third and final task of the King of King's Cross. Cross! Before I remove your heads and your boating license, the king demands that you let me look for any morsel of my poor missing daughter, Victoria! Victoria from Victoria Park! Oh, yes, my daughter went missing, but I got a message in a bottle saying, "Oh, Daddy, I've fallen in love with some geezer eating mushrooms. I think he's gonna be alright." So now, I must search every boat passing by for Victoria! But to make sure that my task was completed well, I sought legal advice from my solicitor, who lives at the edge of my kingdom.
King,
Yes?
I have come to give you some legal advice, paid though, of course. I advise you to structure your hunt for your missing daughter, Victoria, by searching each vessel as it comes through the King's Cross. Pay particular attention to the boat that belongs to Pan.
And so I've determined to search every vessel for my poor daughter. Let's have a look then. Go on. This is Pan's boat. Mysterious. Let's have a gansy. What's going on here then? Ray! Ray!
Night had fallen. The king finished his inspection and couldn't find a crumb nor a morsel of his missing daughter. Two and I started to eat our mushrooms, thinking that it would be our last meal. So we scoffed away, and then, whether it was the mushrooms, I don't know, we started playing around with the ropes and realised that the ropes can be untied. So that's what we did. We untied the ropes and set sail into the night, very, very slowly, away from the king's grasp.
As the sun came up, we began to hear Pan's stomach rumble. He had begun to salivate at the sight of the juicy king, and when he was not presented with a scrambled king for breakfast, he became angry. So we tried to pray to him for forgiveness, yet he still punished us.
Join us in prayer to the great God Pan. Oh, Pan. Oh, Pan. Oh, Pan. Oh, Pan.
Oh Pan, 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 oh Pan,
Pan. Pan.
Pan, 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 Pan,
So, Camden, this is where you found us. Pan is still hungry and we're burnt.
Remember the plan?
The Pan plan.
The plan.
Yes.
Taste that one. That one dessert.
Oh no, that one's juicy. Very juicy. No, two. Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
Yes!
No!
We'll let you into our little secret. Our next meal for... It's gonna be you!
But you've been such a lovely audience, so we've decided to let you live. Are we nice?
We're very nice. However, if we don't feed you to Pan, then Pan's gonna get very, very possessive! How can you get possessive? Oh
Yes!
no! Pan is possessing too!
Yes!
Oh god!
Yes! 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 You shall not be free!
You shall not be free!
Till you deliver me!
Till you deliver me!
A tasty Camden bite!
A tasty Camden bite!
You must put things right!
You must put things right!
You shall cook for me!
You shall cook for me!
Or you'll never be free!
Or you'll never be free!
Yes!
Camden, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? How are we gonna defeat Pan?
Wait! One! I've come back to reveal an important and very pertinent plot point!
A plot point?
Remember, Pan is allergic to mushrooms, and he can be defeated by drowning or poisoning.
Thank you too, and boy in the audience, for reminding us of that crucial plot point.
That's all right, one.
Okay, Camden. This is what we must do. We must feed Pan meat. We must feed him meat. Eat the 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 meat. Pan, eat the meat, you evil god. Pan, you evil god. Mushroom meat!
What happened?
Yes!
Did we defeat him?
We defeated Pan! Now we are in Camden Town. Pan is dead and we will drown. Pittsburgh that we call our home, and soon we will be gone. We have the future Pan, no longer part of his hand. The contract is over now, and there are no. Well, good night and goodbye, Camden, to the friends we've lost along the way. Victoria Park, well, we met Victoria. Broadway Mark, he was a real one there on Broadway Mark. The Hags of Haggerston, Monsieur de Beauvoir, Angel and even the King.
We're sorry for cooking some of you up, but we did try to make you very tasty.
We did, we used avocado oil. Well, we can't end it like this. Why don't we play them the Ballad of the Boat?
The Ballad of the Boat?
You want to hear the Ballad of the Boat?
I've just written a Ballad of the Boat!
Brilliant, too! Here, I'll hold it for you. Well, if the contract's over now, then... You could have done a better job than that.
The Ballad of the Boat. That's what I wrote.
Leaping on the water, going 2 miles an hour, looking for a place for us to land. Feeding the king's daughter to an evil god who wanna realize the boys have got it in hand. Winter's here, it's -4, making up the fire.
Summer's come, so open up your door. Very nice.
Power's gone midway through your first shower of the week. Water's out, it's a losing winning streak on the Fair and Josephine. Man was like our daddy, but turned out he was a baddie, eating all the friends we tried to make. The hags were kind of groovy. Broadway Margaret started a movie. The king just wanted a toilet break. Kettles on, limescale tea, mushrooms finely chopped. Blooming heck, that food's so spicy. Woo! Eggs for brekkie, nice and hot. Robin Hood on the telly. Get those beans fossilized in the pot on the Fair and Josephine. Woo! On the Fair and Josephine. Woo! On the Fair and Josephine.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Everyone else is this way?
We have done this show for you, but it's free, but we are raising money for Mind, which is a mental health charity. Which, there we
Take out your phones and scan the QR code. We'll
donate.
raise that money. Yeah.
Yeah, so please do that. Be generous, be kind, and don't get on boats if told to by evil sentient hands.
Thanks to Mike on the camera, Harry for his introduction. With your consent.
And thank you to you.